Does your business want to increase its visibility and reach more customers? Well, today we are talking all about Google business profiles, the real advantages to business, how it will actually help you raise your business profile, showcase your products, and build relationships with customers. So stay tuned. Emer, hello. Happy Friday. How are you?
Hello. I'm good. It's a bit bright here today. Sun is
It's all
out.
the lights. It's all the lights. I'm surrounded by lights.
I have a bit of sunshine out my window,
Oh, if only. If only.
I know.
So how are you keeping anyway? So keeping well.
Good. Yeah. I just it's great now when it hits Friday because as you used to say to me, after this, I don't have to speak to you Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday.
I love to speak to you. It's always a very, very important time of the week to chat, as to say.
Okay. So, who bribed you today?
I think I had too much coffee.
I haven't had enough. Actually, I'm still drinking mine.
Exactly.
So,
but listen,
anyway.
Before I forget, I have a note here written for myself. If you missed our show last week, it was part 2 of a great interview that we had done with YouTube expert Anita Wong. So you can subscribe and listen to it on the podcast on Podbean, iTunes, and Spotify. Obviously, of course, on the Dublin South FM website.
And go check the previous one. Yeah, I was going to say also check out part 1 of that show as well, because
great tips.
We keep saying we're going to have half-hour shows, but it ends up being longer.
Talking.
Yeah, I know. But today we will stick with the plan. Go check us out on YouTube. Yeah. I'm still trying to get my head around that. And if you can go over, check out the Let's Get Social show, subscribe and ring that bell. And if you have any comments, leave them down below.
Do leave us a comment indeed. And as we say every week, if you have any topics that you would like myself and Emer to cover on the Let's Get Social show, do email us at inquiries@dublinsouthfm.ie.
Yeah.
I'd be happy to troll through them and see which ones we have any knowledge about, and we'll chat to you. I know we'll actually go off and do the research, won't we, Emer? Yeah.
Yeah.
We know everything. We know all. We're the digital oracles.
Listen, do you know what? Every day is a school day. That's the way I look it up,
Well, unfortunately, with social media and digital marketing, as you know, Emer, it is ever changing. We are very cognizant of that for businesses, that you must be pulling your hair out as to, Twitter is changing, Facebook is changing, TikTok this, Instagram that. But I think at the end of the day, if you just try and keep it simple, don't try and overcomplicate. I think that's always.
Well, I would always say, even if you feel pressurized to be online, there's 2 things that you should have, and then build up to the next thing. And one is your website.
100%.
Yeah.
Still.
Yes, definitely. Because it's your shop window. People will go and click to see more and find out more, no matter what you do, what you provide, how you can help them, whatever it is. People want to know more because we're all interested, because you will put something into Google and you'll want to go and see who's going to solve that problem, or where you can book that holiday. Yeah. Where you can get your hair done, Philip, wherever it is, right? So anyway, I know. I thought you had your own private barber, but anyway, moving on. But the other one, and the saying is, you want to be on the map, is you want to have a Google business profile. And
you see it definitely whenever you do an organic search result. It comes up there on the right-hand side on your desktop. You may see business where they have their photos and an address and a local listing. So it's very important for business. So Emer, you're a fantastic expert in this whole area, because this is something specific you work on with a lot of your clients.
You talking to me?
I am talking to you. Big up, you girl.
I've got to Google you.
But tell us, what is a Google business profile for the listeners?
Okay, well, I'm not being funny, right? Who here doesn't use Google Maps, right? We all go into Google Maps and you go in and you see all these red dots, say, right, where things are, and you click on it, and what comes up is this informational panel. But I try to say, don't see it as an informational panel. See it as an opportunity for your business to showcase lots more than you think that's there. So we're going to go through that so that you can see the value of it. The first thing is, and I want to make sure people know where to go, is you want to go to google.com/business, or just go and put in
Google Business Profile or something.
Or as it used to be called, Google My Business.
Google My Business, yeah.
I still don't know why they didn't change, why they changed that, because I thought that was actually more catchy.
Yeah, it's like, it makes more sense, I think, to the ear,
because Google is like
My Business.
Yeah, it's like people think of Google and they go in, I'm going to Google up something. Yeah. So I just think it makes more sense rather than Google Business Profiles, which I think sounds much more boring and much more serious. Do you know what I mean? Like,
it's just like this ongoing trend with all the channels, social media, digital channels. They're constantly making change for the sake of change sometimes, I think,
Yeah.
I'd agree with you. I prefer the name, so.
I still use it, which is probably wrong, but anyway. Yeah. So you can go in and it's a free listing. So I would advise anyone here who hasn't got one, and I kept thinking, oh, I don't know what that is, and how would you get it, whatever. Just go in and even just go Google My Business. It'll bring you to the right thing anyway, because it's the keywords that they still would have. And go in and you go to that website link, and from there you follow the steps. So you need to put in, for example, the name of your business, your location, what kind of business it is. It doesn't matter what you have. They have to know what kind of business you are so that they can actually go florist near me. If you were looking for it, they would be able to know Philip's Flowers is a florist.
Yeah. It's nothing else.
You don't do anything else? No, do pizza? Don't do beer? Okay.
Just do floral wallpaper. It's flowers. Yeah.
Now, they then want to know that you are going to verify that it's your business, Philip, right? But you have two ways of getting verification, but I always say, go for the postman. In other words, get the physical postcard that they send you. They can email you, but sometimes these things can go into the ether or into your spam.
How long does it take? Like I remember when I done it took about a week, but I don't know, was it
It can range. They say 14 days, but I think
days. Wow.
But I think that's to cover themselves, because they go, oh, it's the post or whatever. But again, I think it was down to the fact, even in the last couple of years, that they probably had to cover themselves because of COVID and staffing and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
But again, I would rather get the postcard and have it, in my little hand, and then have the code.
There's a code on that you then have to verify, isn't that right?
Yeah, you go in and you go into it and it'll say verify, and claim it. Because if you don't, it's then leaving yourself open to some sort of problem down the road, that way.
And that's an interesting point before we move on, Emer, because like when you verify your business, does that automatically claim it, or do you have to then go on and claim it? It does
by verifying you're claiming it, but sometimes people don't do that. So
it's interesting. So
they'll set it up, but they don't go through the process, and it'll have a little red, not verified in the panel when you're looking at it,
And you've discovered dangers with that. Like could, for example, a business who has a Google business profile, but they didn't claim it or verify it, could someone else?
Yeah. There's a process, but I won't give it over the air because we don't want anyone going to do that.
No.
But it's a little bit too easy. Yeah. And I would advise just go and double check that you have claimed and verified. Yeah. So, because the last thing you want to do is get somebody else taking control of it. You hear about people hacking into your website. You don't want someone taking control of your Google business profile.
It's very strange, isn't it, that you would go through all of the process to get the postcard or to...
You see, people, that's what I'm saying. Sometimes it'll come in the mail and you may not look for it, and then you forget about it, and then you don't understand the value of the platform. So that's why I wanted to sort of say it's really important that you have that ticked off and make sure that you have the code, and then you can go through the process of, claiming the rest of the information to be put up properly. Like, because at the end of the day, people want to know exactly where you are, your phone number, do you have a website, also all the other factors that will kind of interest them. Because remember, at the end of the day, these is where your Google reviews are found, because people will look at Google reviews,
Yeah. Well, that's a massive thing, I think. reviews, testimonials, that user generated content where basically people like your customer are coming on saying, yes, this business does exactly what they said they do.
Yeah.
And give me a fantastic experience. And definitely if you are in a business, especially maybe a bricks and mortar where, or a local business where you really are looking to get business within a local catchment area, and you have wonderful reviews, the chances that there's going to be people who are looking for your business in the local area and then see those reviews, it's fantastic.
Because at the end of the day, people want to buy local still. You know, there's enough emphasis on it, because which is more of a trek to go all the way out. Say you had like 100 kids and you have to get them all in the car and you have to go somewhere. Wouldn't it be easier just to go down the road, get the pizza or whatever it is rather than have to trek a half an hour?
Exactly.
And the person that you, or the business you could have been going to hadn't verified or cleaned properly. And then you wouldn't know they're there. Do you know what I mean? It's just...
No, absolutely. Like, I think moving on, what is interesting, I always feel, is that I would say to listeners, if you have a business and let's just say you do have your Google My Business profile, your Google business profile already, is to look at your competitors, look at their Google business profiles as they're displayed, to see, do they have all their testimonials up? Have they replied to them? Have they replied to them? Which is, as we said, is always a critical thing, both on social and with this, because if you're not going to engage with your customers, I don't understand that. Like, I mean, somebody goes to the bother of writing a review. Now, whether it's good, bad, or ugly is another thing, but you should always go back and reply. And if it's good, thank the person. If it's okay, still thank the person. And if it's not good, thank them, but go in, engage and bring it offline.
And get them to say, we appreciate your feedback, and we would like to, take care of the situation or whatever.
Please make contact. Like, I think for business owners, if you've never looked at your Google business profile in a new light, we wanted to go through some of the advantages with you, as to that maybe make you rethink about how you approach a Google business profile, and to put it in the same important context as you would maybe your Facebook and your Twitter and your Instagram, because it sometimes gets forgotten, I feel, or pushed to the side. Like, I think a key thing is in the name, Google, because it's by having a really optimized Google business profile, it helps you in search, in visibility.
Yes.
So that if someone puts in your keywords, I'm looking for a hairdresser that does highlights and extensions in Clontarf.
Are you?
I'm not. I'm looking for them in Ratoath.
Okay.
But if you put that in, hairdressers who have those keywords and have wonderful testimonials and have optimized, the chances they come up higher in the Google search on page 1 is exponentially increased,
Yeah. So when you click on the map, their list is going to be above.
Yes.
The other thing, a way to look at it is having the ability to add content to it, which will engage, not just the photos and videos that you would have at the top of the panel, but also like Facebook posts.
Yeah.
Having information there, and you're updating your audience. They're not like social posts. They're just kind of information. So a quick little tip is if you'd put something on Facebook, why not bring it across and put it into your Google business profile? Yeah.
It makes huge sense, because once again, if you go back to one of our earlier shows, myself and Emer, we were talking about SEO and keywords, and this really comes into the whole element of using those specific keywords. We mentioned it there. You mentioned at the very start, Emer, the fact that when you go through the process, Google will verify your business. And the way I look at this is that customers are looking for verification. They're looking for a tick mark. They want to see HTTPS on your website. They want to know that you've been verified. Can I trust you? And that would be, I think it'd be very fair to say that if you go, I was going to say,
is there anything to verify you?
verify that I'm crazy, probably.
Yeah.
But that's a big thing, I think.
I know it is, yeah.
Because you think of it like us as consumers,
Yeah, we're all
they're
customers.
they're exactly the things that I look out for. I'm sure the things you look out for,
Yeah.
whether it be online shopping
Mm-hmm.
or non-online shopping, you're looking for those quality marks that kind of suggest that this is a reputable business.
Yeah.
And I think another one before I hand the mic to you, Emer, is managing your online reputation.
Yeah.
Look at those testimonials, seem to be engaging, to be helpful, answering those pain points.
Answering those messages.
Messages, exactly, and showcasing to your audience that whether they're great comments or there's some negatives, that you're showcasing a professional attitude.
Yeah. Because that's another thing that people don't realize. On a mobile phone, you have the opportunity, Philip, to have the chat feature turned on. So people on their mobile phone can message your business even when it's closed. And you can have a message set up, even if it's not like you saying it straight away, but it's a personalized, as close to personal, message that you can set up, and it has like an automatic bounce into the person who messaged you to say, look, we
got
thanks.
your message. We'll be back to you at 9 a.m. or something.
Yeah, we're available. We'll be in touch, this kind of thing. So it then kind of feels that your message hasn't gone up into the thin air.
Ether. Yes. At least people can wait. Well, at least I've got a response. They've got my message. I can sort of wait now.
They'll be back to me. Yeah. Because there's nothing worse than actually leaving a message, and it's like sending a text, and certain people I know don't reply. But
well, I hope you're not meaning me. I reply to everything. How dare you?
I have a few there. I'm trying to think. But
of course, yeah.
But also, what I like about it is now everyone puts a lot of emphasis, on your Google Analytics for your website, and your insights for your Facebook and your Instagram, and even your Twitter, and even the old dreaded TikTok. Would I be right?
Come on, you can get onto TikTok.
YouTube,
you don't have to do dances.
Pinterest.
No, you're not getting away that easily.
But one thing I like about the Google Business Profile is it has your own insights. Yeah. So you can go in and see how many people have clicked through on it to click to your website. Yeah. How many people have maybe, use a certain keyword to trigger your profile to come up. It's got some interesting facts and figures in there. Now, it used to have a lot more where you could go in and you could break it down week, month, quarter, but now they've taken that facility away, so it's a lot more streamlined. But still not, it was really interesting because you used to have little graphs and you could screenshot and it looked like you did loads of work. But anyway, but it's still interesting to have a look and see, are people looking at your finding you on Google through mobile or desktop? Yes. Is it through the search factor or is it through maps? So that can actually kind of get you an idea of they're actually coming to look up Philip's Florist through mobile on maps more than using keywords. So that means they're likely to be local people. Yeah. For example. Yeah. And if it's mobile, then you want to make sure there's an emphasis that your website is more mobile friendly.
Yeah, no, absolutely. And I think what's great about that analytics, especially around the maps, is I think it can give you some fantastic ideas for local business about potential keywords that you never thought about.
Yeah.
Bringing in street names into your keywords,
or service service areas.
Exactly. Hairdressers that are 5 kilometers from XYZ fuel station or whatever. So I think there's so many opportunities for businesses. I think another one that you were really fantastic on in advising clients that you work with when it comes to Google Business Profiles.
Okay, I'm not used to all this niceness today.
I thought it'd be nice today. It's nice.
I'll have to be nice to you another day,
Nice Friday. Is the actual putting up Google posts, new updates, as you said, repurposing. A lot of businesses I don't think do that, or don't
well,
think to do that.
My trick is, I know people say, oh, I'm never on my computer or whatever else. Now, the trick is to make sure you have the Google Maps app on your phone, and you are logged in as the Gmail that you actually have registered and verified and claimed your listing under. So it would be Philip at whatever, gmail.com.
Yes. Yeah.
Then you go into the app and you click on your little logo at the top, or your little headshot, or whatever it is you've got connected to that Gmail. And then go down and you look at your business profiles and go in, and you can actually copy and paste your, because your captions, say from Facebook, because more times than not, it probably would be the same, Philip. You've got more photos and videos on your phone than you would have on your desktop.
Yeah.
So it's so much simpler to go in there. Even if you're sitting on the train or you're running for a plane, you can still do on the phone.
Running after your plane. If you've missed it, you're pegging it down the runway after the plane.
I'm going to do my Google post. Yeah. But honestly, what's the harm? A Google post will last, or an update as they call them, will last about a week, where a Facebook post will stay live, so to speak, or relevant, if you want to put it politely, a day. So why not? 52 posts a year isn't bad for a platform. Once a week. I know. I mean, I honestly couldn't believe when they took the Google My Business. Sorry, I have to say it. That's what it was. Yeah. The app itself away, because you don't have to go through the effort of having to go into Google Maps and make sure you're in the right Gmail, and then go down and find your account, and then go in and then go around a lot of a smaller screen on your desktop, and you're looking to go, where's that again? It can kind of be a little bit daunting, but I just still feel that the app was such a much easier, and I think much more user friendly. So
it's kind of unusual. Listen, who knows? But I think, if nothing else, from our chat today about Google Business Profiles, I think if businesses start to maybe look at it in a different light, and maybe start to look at how they put content, or if they haven't put anything up there, start to look at testimonials. I suppose. As we I think we have about 7 more minutes, Emer, of chatting.
Have we now?
7. I thought will we give a few tips for using the Google Business Profile for business?
Okay, I'll let you start. What have you learned?
Let me get my notes. Oh, it's a blank page, Emer.
I'm not surprised. Go on.
Yeah. No, I think an obvious one it's one that I think a lot of business forget about, is obviously keeping your profile information accurate and up to date. From you've opened a new office, you have new products that you haven't told anyone about, announcements, maybe even the year you were set up, hasn't been put in properly. All this
put in you might have changed your website and the URL, the domain, which is, it might be a change.
Yeah.
The other thing as well is, when it comes to updating, there's a little section called the About section, which is I think it's about 750 characters.
Yeah.
And you have the opportunity to fill that in. And I've seen more businesses have 1 or 2 sentences and nothing else. And I'm like going, you've got a great opportunity to go in and add in more keywords and give people a little more insight into what you do and how you can help them,
No, absolutely. I think another one is that your Google Business Profile is a fantastic central area where you can encourage customers to leave reviews to build up your online reputation. And then it's also then that central area where you can go in and interact with those testimonials. I think that's a win-win,
And then, of course, you can take those testimonials and put them out on other social media platforms.
Repurpose that content.
Because people, why not say, give people a little say, look, here's our list testimonial or review or feedback, and then it gives people a little more insight that may not have known about you. They could be following you, but they're not really sure what you do. And then if somebody gives them a little more insight, sure, isn't that, a good thing at the end of the day for your business? And they may not be on Facebook, but they'll leave a Google review.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I think, as you mentioned, utilizing those Google posts to share promotions, events, updates. once again, fantastic. Builds all that keywords, that searchability, that findability on Google.
Yeah.
And just builds up that trust and verification for you.
And as I say, it's not a scary platform either. Like, you know,
not at all.
They've actually slimmed it down. It's now if you were to Google your business, Philip, say, you put in your business name, and then what comes up is this panel with these little icons, and they're so user friendly.
Yeah.
It's worth having a look at them, you know, that way.
Yeah. I know when we were talking about this, you shared a great idea that you would give one of your clients about how you use the FAQs, because I think FAQs have become something that have sort of been forgotten by businesses. Do you want to share that, Emer, about how potent FAQs are on your business profile?
We all ask questions. We all go into Google and go, how to bake a cake. Sorry, I had to get it in, right?
It's every show, Emer.
Oh, well, I'm still looking for the answer. But when you put that in, Google will give it results, right? But what it also gives you is you go down the results page, a question box. There could be 3 or 4 questions in it. And if you look to see, these are the kind of questions people are also asking, why not take that question, put it into your Q&A section, post the question, and then go back in with an answer.
Yeah.
And then that's the kind of questions people are looking for. And you're going to answer those about your business.
Yeah.
And you're more transparent. And then they're more likely to trust you and go and have a look a little bit more about what you do.
Yeah. I think it's brilliant, to be honest, because you're essentially
answering the
questions for your customers, answering their pain points. So when they've gone through your Google business profile, you're sort of already on the front foot because you've given them peace of mind. Well, I have that concern.
I have to say, really, again, we keep on saying the same thing, but you know, why not use the keywords that people are using to find you, to look for you? They don't know your name. They don't know where you are. So why not put in things that will help them find you? And then they'll go, oh, is that the new florist down the road? And his name is Philip. And he seems
and he does hairdressing as well.
He must, I always thought he was a hairdresser. And he's a florist now. What's that say?
But anyway. And he's got a promotion.
Married.
Wash, cut and blow dry and a free bunch of roses. Hey.
Yeah, exactly. But again, Mother's Day is coming up at some stage just now. But you could do 2 for 1 there, Philip. You can get your the people in for the hair, you know, voucher, and then give the wife or the mother-in-law or whatever flowers, you know. There you go, win-win, you know. But I kind of think that it's undervalued by, you know, not using the right keywords. Look, if you don't know what a keyword is, as I say, put in something that you think that people are looking for and see what comes up, and then you go, right, that is kind of the thing.
That's a keyword, that search term, you know.
You've got, you know, short tail keywords, which are maybe, and then you have the long tail ones,
So Emer, that is nearly a wrap now.
No, it's not.
It's hard to believe. It was a quick, deep dive into the Google business profile. Definitely, if you are listening to us or if you watch us on YouTube down the line, definitely check out the Google business profile for your own business. And if you haven't got it, get it. I think would be a must. So I suppose, Emer, I would just say to everybody listening, if you enjoyed today's show.
Do you think they did?
I hope they did.
I hope they did.
And if you did, show us by subscribing and listening to it again and all the other episodes on the Let's Get Social Show podcast on Podbean, iTunes, Spotify, and of course on the Dublin South FM website.
And then if you'd like to see more of us, why not come over to YouTube and subscribe, look out for the Let's Get Social Show and hit that bell and ding, ding. And ding, ding. You won't miss another episode. We'll be right in front of you again, you know?
Exactly. You won't miss us.
No.
And one final call out, if you do have any topics when it comes to social media or digital that you'd like us to look at, do send us an email to inquiries@Dublin South FM, and we'd be delighted to review and turn it into a show. So thanks again for listening.
Any last thoughts?
I better check my Google business profile.
Yeah, better. Or maybe I should. No, that might be scary, So
I'm sure yours is perfect. So.
Oh no, they're always changing things. So I'm going in going, oh, this is new. So but the one thing I'll say before we go is they will actually also send you notifications each month and tell you, an email. Google will send you how you've been doing. So sure, isn't that not what's not to like about that?
So look to continually improve.
Exactly. So
okay. Well, listen, I'll see you again next week, Emer. Take care.
Yeah, see you then too. Thanks a million.
Bye-bye.
Bye.